guys, we are at MSR Houston. I don't know what that stands for, but apparently it's a bigger track and we're in for a ripper day. Running a tiny bit late, had to do a bunch of mucking around with tires and wheels this morning, but we are out here. I'm actually pretty excited. I haven't looked online or even watched any videos of this place, so I'm going into this one completely blind. I kind of wanted to, just to like make it a little bit more interesting for me. Unfortunately, running a little bit late means I missed the briefing, so I'll have to get caught up to date on exactly what's happening there. I'm behind a bunch of other drift weekers and in front of a bunch of drift weekers as well, so I'm, you know, the briefings are mandatory but not sort of thing. But let's get in there, check it all out, and most of all, keep warm. It's so freaking cold here in Houston. Let's go. Hello. How you doing, sir? All right, guys. Sat there having a watch of everybody else going around. Gonna go out myself. It's freaking cold again. But yeah, go out there, have a rip. Track looks nice and fast. Hopefully we can see the speedo, see how fast we're actually going. That'll be kind of cool. And that's all. My heater, full bore, no AC. Probably go windows somewhat down. And yeah, I guess we just go. guys, so there was a run you guys would have just seen there. Crazy, I think it was doing like 130 miles an hour, I'm not sure. Something pretty fast. And I came out of it, popped a tire, and I was driving back in, and I just driving back in normally, stopped at a flaggy, and then took off again, and the car just is like stuck in first. And Max is an expert at braking Corvettes, but as a result, you can fix them as well. I think
you're just as good at braking Corvettes as I am. You've just had more luck than me.
Yeah.
If this car was anywhere near Australia,
what would that mean? It means I'd never get any spare parts for it anyway.
Well, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Let's be fair, if Rodnick got in this car, it would have failed first.
Oh, it would have imploded. It would have been on fire already.
Yeah.
So what exactly are we doing? We're dropping cradle and diff and gearbox all down.
Yeah, so we can drop the cradle, leave the diff and gearbox for now, and then that will come down slightly because it'll sit on the belly pan, and we can go from there.
Oh, so this cradle isn't part of that. That doesn't hold the diff.
It holds it there.
Oh.
This is one of those things that people like on the internet will look at and be like, this is like, you have to take the whole back of the car apart, but like when you actually have to do it, this will take me and Ross 45 minutes. We had to do it 3 times on my car already on this trip.
3 times?
Yeah, we had to take the other diff out of that car.
Oh, the other car. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, right.
And then last drift week we did it as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't have to do all of that stuff. So, yeah, I don't want to have to do it that many times, obviously. Hopefully this is just a weird, unfortunate issue that's happened. Very weird though, like, I've been pretty soft on the changes, you know, soft as I can be, and literally I was just driving around the course. So, we will rebuild. Don't see anything grabbing on this side at the moment.
We're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not so bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Feels so calm in here. Alright, so whole rear cradle out. It's weird having a rear cradle out without the diff out. That feels strange.
It does, right?
Yeah, it feels super strange.
It's a weird car to work on, but like I said, once you're like comfortable with it, you're like, once you're comfortable with it, it's like pulling the diff and the trans and stuff like that is not that big a deal. Like we could do a clutch in this pretty easily from this point.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm like, yeah, it's just, it seems, because on paper they're a truck, but not, aren't they, really?
Do we want to just take the diff off, or do we want to just...
I think we might as well just leave the diff.
Yeah, I think so.
So we're just going to drop gearbox, and so the clutch is up near the motor, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, the clutch is up there.
Yeah.
Russ has done that with me too.
Yep.
There shouldn't be a drama with that.
At all. Man, that's a crusty transmission, dude. What you been doing to this thing?
Yep. I thought it would be bigger.
You get that a lot.
Do you think you can hold that any more sideways so you make it hard to get
Okay. It's not.
You don't think that there's like the time when like any woman in the world thinks to themselves, I'm never gonna say I thought it would be bigger, ever. Because that's always the answer they're gonna get.
Especially around Ross.
Okay.
So possibility that it's something to do with that lockout thing?
No.
No?
That's more than that.
Oh, you can just see in there from here?
Yeah, well, I pulled that lock out straight out. That's it.
Mm.
They make literally a plug that you push in there, and then you don't hook that thing up anymore.
Okay.
Not that it's still on mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, is it always that problem? No, but I've heard it being.
So is this essentially an inspection hole, Russ?
You're making it, yeah.
This is the shifter plate. So like on a regular T56, like the differences between this is the cover, this cover and the shaft that comes off of it between this and like a regular T56. Everything else is pretty much the same. Actually, I think the tail shaft is going to be different too on these. But like this cover right here on a stock car or on a regular T56 is just going to be like where your shifter actually mounts to. So what we're doing is basically pulling off where the shifter is, and you can kind of see inside and see what the hell is going on, because it doesn't seem like it wants to go into different gears.
Yeah, no, it's definitely stuck in the water.
But you know, just like great GM stuff, they're using torque. They use torque and metric bolts.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing.
We have the greatest torque set known to man right now.
On my little torque set bit?
Yeah. You know what? If it works, it works.
Dig that out a little bit more.
We dig all the
Crap out of it.
shrapnel.
Maybe. I have a tool.
No, that should be good now. But grab me a 10mm with the extension. 10mm long.
So right now is when you start looking for a transmission. Sorry. We had just done this in the car, it would just not be so bad. God. I am going to.
Is that going to be big enough for gearbox oil?
Yeah, should only be like 2 and a bit liters.
I'm gonna push this way. It's gotta go this way so it doesn't go all everywhere.
Hidden motherfucker like the C5 does.
That's what I was saying.
Not it. Oh, what was that a chunk of?
That's just chugging.
Oh, great!
So is that something in the back half? So you just service it from either end. Oh, doesn't all the internals come out or whatever?
No, there's a mid plate about there.
Okay.
That was lucky.
That a broken fork now? Nope, not that I can see yet. Feel better if there was some nice big broken things that were obvious.
Yeah.
No bits in the bottom of it.
Magnet's clean as fuck.
Alright, Rusty.
It's almost about fractured already.
Rusty, no, we found the other piece.
found the
That's
other
how we knew it was this.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how.
Okay, we found it. Russ found it.
So it's part of the synchro. We need to figure out exactly what the piece does before we can either send it without it or find another piece to replace
And
it.
it's a first to second synchro, so it just means that we just drive it like a straight cut box,
the
you
only
know, no
other thing-
synchros.
I need to figure out exactly what it does.
Oh, here's another person that he pulls these gears apart all the time. Aaron, come here. They literally had their box apart before, like to bring that Chevy box.
I wonder if
It was his was doing it in reverse. Pulled it apart and put it back together. Bad thing is, it was like it drove fine, but put it back in the same gear that it messed up before. It was stuck again.
Well, I don't care if so just we cancel out first.
No,
Oh.
now that this is
Clutch
out,
everywhere.
it will allow you to get into second and other gears.
I mean, there's two other ones, so you got a third of the or 2/3 of the parts. I mean, really, that's more than
That's plenty.
75%.
Well, let's watch this other YouTube video where it's people that know what they're doing,
Yeah.
and people can then watch
It's
us
funny. He's
look
pulling up
like
my
we know what
friend's-
we're doing.
He's pulling up my friend's YouTube video where he took apart my T56 transmission, and I'm like, wait a minute, is that van?
So then we can watch someone else's YouTube video to find out how to fix this one. YouTube.
We will need some RTB to put this all back together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we can find. There we go. We got RTB. The red stuff.
Do you use the red RTV in Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we use. And he's like, you can't use the red shit, you gotta use the black stuff.
We use
Wait.
red for exhaust.
You guys aren't both from Australia?
No, he's from New
New
Zealand.
Zealand, Australia.
What's the difference?
Are you
it's
from
like
Canada?
It's like
Are you
Madagascar
from
or
Canada?
fucking Africa.
Are you from Canada?
No, but
Well,
those guys
exactly.
are retards.
What's the difference?
So which one of you guys are retards?
New Zealanders.
You're the one stuck in first.
You're the one that blew up a turbo.
Yeah.
I never blew the fucking turbo.
You were the one drag racing this car all last night. I heard all the
that was
stories.
like fourth gear.
No, what do you have? Who drag races?
Well, that's the problem. That's why you were fucking losing.
Wow.
I kept watching getting chopped. I'm like, my car has more power than Mess's car. How am I getting chopped?
No. I was just going easy. Because it wasn't my car.
Yeah, because he kept grinding it.
Let's get it 200 miles an hour.
Can I borrow your clutch?
Did you kill the clutch?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, can we pull the transmission out of your car?
I need a clutch from his car.
Well, it's easy.
I can't
to
get.
Why don't we play rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
We can, I guess.
What do you guys get the
No,
trans?
we'll play blackjack. We'll play the first to 1,000 gets the transmission.
Put your trans and clutch up for betting. We can go get fielding and get the dice.
I think Tiana's got the dice.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
We need RTV anyway.
So from what I can gather with my vast gearbox experience is there's 3 little thingies that stop the other big thingy from moving. And if one of the thingies aren't there, it's not going to be the end of the world, and it should keep working. That's the general gist of it. Does that make sense? The little thingy stop the big thingy from moving, but when we move the broken little thingy,
Just because
it'll
this is
keep...
on record, I think this is a bad idea.
You were saying it's not that bad.
It'll work.
Just
It's first and second.
Alright.
Luke's never in first
Bill,
and second. You know?
there was only
Bill-
one
You aren't ever in
person.
first and
There was only
second.
one
It's
person
never
that was in
second.
first gear that we know of.
yeah.
Dude.
Who?
So billionaire Max, he would just replace it with, you know, one made of gold.
One made of gold.
And then it would,
replace- if
and
you
it
have
would
it
still
out, I
blow up
would replace it.
the same
would-
amount of times. It
Yeah.
doesn't freaking matter.
You know, Max has the best of the best stuff in his vet and still breaks it, so. Alright, well, now we have to try and work out how it went back together.
We have a system, but
I came and put this over here.
yeah, I know. I gotta figure out how this whole twisty thing goes back together. There's no way. Don't know how.
Rotates back.
What a shit show.
And as usual, Chris's car is broken again. This time with a blown turbo. So he's done blown engine, now blown turbo. Hey,
Crazy.
I know someone else that
All he has
happened
left
to
is to
just
blow some
recently.
dudes.
Me, remember? I blew my engine, then blew my turbo.
Yep, exactly.
That
else is out there?
is a 350.
Oh shit.
Oh,
That means I'm up next to blow a transmission.
I didn't blow a transmission.
Well,
Well, this is a different car.
no, I know, but you blew an engine, then you blew a turbo, and now you blew a transmission. I blew an engine, I just blew a turbo.
But you blew my engine as well. Before that.
Yeah, that was, I thought that's what we were talking
Hey,
about.
Chris, you
Oh.
blow a lot of things.
But not guys.
No,
You
guys.
blow a lot of things, but not guys.
He leaves that to Matt.
That's Matt's thing. Matt can do what he wants, not to
Now
me,
he's a
though.
big strip club guy now.
Yeah, he is. Big nipple sucker.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So I think we've come to a showstopper here, guys. When we're trying to put it all back together, we've had some more of the synchros basically break. So I think that's all she wrote. It might be all she wrote for Drift Week, and me and the C6 for Drift Week. So I don't know. We'll go and see what we're going to do for the rest of the day. We're going to leave this here tonight and come back and deal with it tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have some better news tomorrow for you guys. But right now, looks like the C6 is out. Alright guys, I might have got some good news. I'll update you if it ends up working out. We just had a call back from a guy that can rebuild the box. He said he can rebuild it. He's going to do it for very much the right price. And yeah, I'm just waiting to get back some details and basically just send the gearbox over to him. He's going to rebuild it overnight. And theory, you know, it takes like an hour to put the whole thing back together. So if we can get this off to him and he puts it back together, and I'll be beyond stoked. So might try and see if I can steal some keys to another car and go get happy and move on from there. We're hoping today is the day of redemption. We're on our way now, hour and 45-minute drive to pick up a rebuilt gearbox, our rebuilt gearbox. Hoping everything is going to work out. you know, we're staying positive with it, and yeah, we're gonna head there now. Big drive, 8-minute delay now. There wasn't an 8-minute delay before. Right, we need to get driving and get to where my gearbox is, and then it's like an hour or so drive back to the workshop, and then an hour or so to put it back in, and yeah, so much for the day off. Okay, me and Russ have been on an adventure most of the way across friggin' Texas this morning. Big thank to Max for letting us use his truck. We've got the rebuilt box. The guy literally only charged me 20 bucks, like $200, sorry, not 20. Super cheap, did us a deal. We're back now. We're attaching the diff to the gearbox, because that's what you do on a Corvette. In an ideal world, we would have cleaned things, and I really need a new gearbox mount, but that's gonna have to wait because I'm silly and forgot to maybe order one like I should have. I also got some new things which I need to take a look at, but some slightly stronger things. So that is good. Some new goodies in here which I need to fit as well. And overall, yeah, we got everything now that I think we need to get this thing back together. Ideally, I'd have a gearbox mount, but I don't, and we'll just make it work. This is realistically only a few moments later, probably 10 minutes later. Both me and Russ have gone to have a pee. He's already got the diff on, and gearbox is up into the car, being bolted to the torque tube. These are difficult cars, but once you know, they're kind of easy, right? Would that be fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an expert. So anybody, if you do have a Corvette in Australia, whenever Russ is back in Australia, hit him up, because honestly, he probably knows more about Corvettes than anybody else in Australia at this point. So, yeah, we're gonna keep going. I've got some stuff to do on the front. I've got to replace an arm. I did have an issue one of the times where I went off track. I went off track pretty hard, as you guys know, and I did slightly tweak the arm. These are a pre-production model. The production models are a bit different to these from a sense where they have more strengthening in them. So SLR already know about it, and they've already made the adjustments needed. But we have one of the other prototype arms here, which is going to go straight in and basically get rid of the little tweak that this one has, and going to be good as new. Can't be much said for the front bumper on this car, but it is a Z06 bumper, and they are stupidly expensive, so we're going to leave that for now. I'm going to flip this tire because mint, and keep trying to drive like this, I guess. I don't even know. I can't really flip this one because it's stuffed. I don't know. I need to find some new front tires. All right, I'm going to keep fixing this front arm while Russ attacks the rear end. When he yells at me to come help him, I help him, but otherwise I'm trying to get this stuff done on the front.
In my dreams we always fight, 'cause we never worked it out. It just kind of slipped through our hands. And I never really said that you hurt me, no, instead I just try to understand. It was so exhausting, so I lost it, had to make it stop. Didn't really feel like giving you the chance to make it up. You asked me what's the problem, to be honest, it was you. That's the truth.
Okay, it's much later on. Batteries went flat. We didn't have time to vlog, but we made it, guys. We have a gearbox back in the car that works. If you haven't already followed Russ, follow him on Instagram. It's the least you can do. Give him the love. Obviously, loved by Russ on Instagram. I'll put it here, but sorry, I'm talking a little bit sheepishly. We're a little bit exhausted. We're gonna go back and have a bit of a shindig with Fielding and Co. Yeah, we are back in action, guys. We have a gearbox back in the car that works, and I haven't taken it for a drive now, but it grabbed all the gears on the hoist fine, and we are pretty tired and cold more than anything, but hungry. Pumped that things, yeah, hungry. Russ is hangry, and
Not hungry.
Not hungry yet, just hungry. Okay, if we're here for much longer though, it's gonna get hangry. So we're gonna continue to finish cleaning up and get out of here.